Now, the province has been pushing for Albertans to receive their third dose of the COVID-19 vaccine. But Tyler, a third dose is not necessary for the restriction exemption program to get into like gyms and restaurants.
That's right. And, I'd asked the health minister about that earlier this month, with this big push, with the two doses being less effective as compared to the three doses, whether or not that was going to change. And Jason Copping didn't totally take it off the table. This is something we'll be thinking about, talking about in the future. But it's just notable, I think, that they haven't moved to include a third dose yet. And, I don't actually think any province in Canada has. And certainly the federal government hasn't moved to third doses for things like air travel or train travel. But that's just another thing I'm sort of keeping my eye on as the pandemic goes on and the science shifts a little bit, whether or not that third dose is going to become even more critical for some of these sort of public spaces, I guess.
And a lot of people are actually quite concerned about that, including a lot of my family. A third dose, then a fourth dose, and a fifth dose. Tyler, when will it end?
Well, and it's interesting you bring that up because on Tuesday, I think it was, the province announced that fourth doses were going to be opened up for immunocompromised patients. And some other countries, Israel, I think, had done that some weeks ago, maybe a couple months ago. So you're right. It is, I think, an open question a little bit when this is going to end. And my assumption, I think, is that you're going to have less and less uptake on every new dose that comes out. So it also becomes, a public health messaging issue, I think, for the government. So we'll see how it goes, I suppose, in the weeks ahead.
Want to hear more? Head on over to bridgecitynews.ca and click on Interviews. You'll be able to view full-length discussions with BCN guests and contributors from across Canada and around the world.